Hey guys, Mira here. Today I'll be covering how eSIMs with unlimited data actually perform when you're traveling and what you can realistically expect in terms of staying connected across different countries. Because on the surface, having unlimited data through an eSIM sounds like the ideal setup. You install it once, stay connected wherever you go, and don't have to think about switching SIMs or managing usage. But once you actually start using it day to day, especially while moving between locations, there are a few things that affect how reliable that connection really is. So in this video, I'll walk through how unlimited eSIM data works in practice, what kind of performance you can expect over time, and how something like Saily fits into this if you're looking for a more consistent travel setup. Alright, what's important to understand is that most eSIM plans that offer unlimited data still include a limit on high-speed usage. So while your data technically never stops, what you're really getting is a certain amount of data at full speed, and then after that, your speeds are reduced. And this is a normal part of how mobile networks manage traffic, especially when you're connecting across different carriers in different countries. So from a reliability standpoint, your connection stays active the entire time, but your experience can change depending on how much high-speed data you've used. At the end of the day, it's not really about having maximum speed at all time, it's about whether your connection continues to work consistently for the things you actually need. So even after you pass that high-speed threshold, things like maps, messaging, browsing, and general day-to-day use still work without any real issues. Where you'll notice a difference is with heavier tasks like streaming or downloading large files, which can take longer once speeds are reduced. But for most travel use cases, the connection itself remains stable and usable throughout. Now, this becomes a lot more noticeable when you're traveling because your phone becomes what you rely on throughout the entire day, whether that's for navigation, booking rides, checking reservations, or staying in touch. You use your phone all day long. So having something that continues to work consistently, even if speeds aren't always at their maximum, is actually more important than just having fast data at the start. And so this is where something like Saily comes in. Saily is a travel-focused eSIM that lets you access mobile data across different countries without needing a physical SIM card. It's created by the same company behind NordVPN, and it offers coverage in over 200 locations globally. So instead of setting up a new connection every time you travel, everything is managed through one app, which makes the overall experience a lot more consistent. And hey, if you're interested in trying Saily out, you can use my discount code GVUTech at checkout or when downloading the app to save some money. Now, getting started with Saily is pretty straightforward. First, you'll want to make sure that your phone supports eSIMs and does carrier unlocked. Most newer phones do, but it's always a good idea to check beforehand, which you can do right inside the app. Once that's confirmed, you download it, choose your plan, and install the eSIM. And the best way to do this is before you leave, while you still have a stable connection. Once it's installed, it activates when you arrive and connects automatically, so you're online right away. That being said, in terms of Saily's plans, this mainly depends on how much high-speed data you need and how long you want the plan for. In many locations, there are unlimited options available. With these, you typically get around 5 GB of high-speed data per day, and after that, speeds are reduced to around 1 Mbps. So while performance changes after that point, your connection still works well for everyday tasks like maps and browsing. And the structure is simple. You choose how many days you need your data for, and pricing adjusts based on that. For example, one common option right now is the unlimited Thailand plan, which costs about $44 for 15 days. And the process is pretty similar for other countries as well, but it can vary slightly depending on the location. There are also regional plans available, which let you cover multiple countries under one package, which is very useful if you're moving between destinations. Just keep in mind that Saily is data only, so for calls or texts, you'll be using apps like WhatsApp, FaceTime, or Telegram instead. There's also a newer plan called the Ultra plan, and it's designed more for frequent travelers. This comes in at about $54 per month, or closer to around $48 per month with quarterly billing. With this plan, you get 30 GB of high-speed global data each month, followed by unlimited data at reduced speeds, and it works in over 120 countries without needing to switch anything, which makes it a very consistent setup if you travel regularly. On top of that, this plan also includes a NordVPN subscription, airport lounge access, fast-track security in select airports, and priority support. Not only that, but with all Saily's plans, you also get a few built-in security features. There's an ad blocker that helps reduce ads and tracking, which can save some data. There's web protection that helps block malicious websites, and is great if you're using public Wi-Fi. There's also a virtual location feature which works similarly to a basic VPN, and is useful if you're trying to access content that isn't available in the current location. And what's nice is that all this runs in the background without needing much setup. And if you need any help, there's also 24/7 live chat support available. So overall, when it comes to eSIMs with unlimited data, reliability isn't about having maximum speed at all time. It's about having a connection that continues to work consistently, even after you've used a certain amount of high-speed data. Because once you understand that, it becomes a lot easier to choose the right setup based on how you actually use your phone while traveling. And this is where something like Saily makes a lot of sense, because it gives you a consistent connection across different countries without needing to constantly manage your data. And just as a reminder, if you're thinking about trying Saily out, I've got an extra discount for you. Just use my code GVUTech at checkout when downloading the Saily app or visiting their website. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated. And of course, if you've got any questions, feel free to leave those down in the comments and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching, safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.